Hello everyone, in this lecture we will learn how to build automation framework from scratch in Selenium using Python and PyTest. So first of all, let's understand what is an automation framework and why we need it. An automation framework is a structured set of guidelines and the best practices used for creating and organizing test scripts efficiently. It is not a tool but a way to use tools like Selenium, PyTest and all in a maintainable and scalable manner. So what are the advantages of test automation framework? So the very first advantage is code reusability. Code reusability means writing code once and using it in multiple places instead of repeating the same logic in every test script. For example, common functions like login, logout are written once and reused across multiple tests. Use PyTest fixtures for setup and teardown. We can write browser setup logic once in contest.py file and we can use it in all tests. I will show you when we will develop the framework. Now just try to understand what code reusability means. The practical thing we will see when we will develop the framework. Then the next thing is improved test structure and maintainability. Test structure means how our project is organized, means files, folders, naming conventions, test logic separation, how it is organized in our project. Okay, so maintainability means how easy it is to update, fix or expand the test suite when the application changes. Let's say new UI fields got added, new team members joined, tests grow from 10 to 1000 plus. How we are able to maintain it, that is your maintainability. So we will have proper folder structure, we will have separate test cases, page elements, configurations and utilities. We will avoid hard coding test data. Also we will follow some standards, naming conventions and all. Again we will see all these things when we will actually develop our framework. So wait for the next lecture. Here I am just explaining the theoretical part. Then we have reporting and logging. Reporting gives a summary view of the test execution results, showing which test passed, failed or skipped. Often these results comes with screenshot, stack traces and the total time taken for the execution. Then what logging means? Logging means capturing detailed runtime information about our test. For example, what and all steps taken, what and all values we have entered during the test, what and all errors came, what and all exceptions came. So all these things can be stored in a log file or console. It helps in analyzing and debugging the issues. Then we have data driven testing. Data driven testing is a technique where the same test logic is executed multiple times with different sets of input data and expected results. Instead of writing multiple test cases for different inputs, we write one test function and supply external data to it. We can integrate test data from external sources like CSV file, Excel file, JSON file. Okay, so we will keep our test data in this Excel file or CSV file, then we will feed this data to our actual test. So that is your data driven testing. Basically you are separating the test logic and the actual test data. Okay, then we have cross browser support. So cross browser testing ensures that our web application works consistently and correctly across different browsers and browser versions such as Chrome, Firefox, IE, Safari, all different kind of browsers. So using frameworks we can easily configure tests to run on different browsers. Then scalability. Scalability in test automation means the framework's ability to grow and handle increasing complexity and volume of tests without major redesign or loss of efficiency. A scalable framework can easily accommodate more number of test cases, more features, additional browsers or environments, bigger teams contributing to the test. So all these things can be managed if you have a scalable framework. So we will design our framework in such a way that new tests or test suites can be added easily without breaking existing code. We will also support parallel execution using PyTest exists to reduce test time. CI/CD integration, test can be automatically triggered during builds or deployments. It helps in catching regression issues a lot. Also speeds up the overall software development process, because when there is a active development is happening and your all tests are ready, then in part of every new development your test can execute it there. So if there are any failures, let's say if your tests are failing, then developer will fix that issue and then they will release it. So CI/CD integration helps to speed up the overall software development process. So I just explained you the advantage of test automation framework. So all these points we are going to learn and implement in our upcoming lectures. We'll do it step by step. So don't worry. See you in the next lecture. Thank you.